The ghost girl. What's the other campus mystery?
Ugh! The smells are all mixed together. It's kind of fishy, and the texture is wet and gooey.
So, it's true, huh? You guys actually made food that tastes awful, but it keeps you running for 3 days straight. I thought that was just a joke.
It's a scientific breakthrough using energy compression tech. It's one of the collective's most iconic achievements. Do you also not like it? Yes, I knew you would understand. In fact, its energy compression efficiency exceeds 95%. That exceeds the benchmark set by both the New Federation and Washu Academy, even nearing the theoretical limit. From a scientific standpoint, it's a far greater achievement than taste. Now, I'd like to review the incident with the HIYUKI detector. Linnae, Rover, can you walk me through exactly how you managed to contain it?
How much power do you run on?
You could just ask her for help.
Thank you. You don't need to go any further. I can head back to the Research Institute by myself. That was an accident, huh?
Something wrong?
It's a notice from the collective. The Royan delegation cancelled a meeting. The ceremony is now on hold. That's Warren handles Royan communications. I'll ask him what's going on when I'm back at the Institute. Since that slot is free now, I can use the time to recalibrate. That isn't on the list. The new solar ceremony is nearly upon us. It's the culmination of decades of work. Everyone at the collective is giving their all. Last time we met at the Institute, we made each other a promise. Do you... That's all right. Consider this my official invitation, then. I hope to attend the ceremony together with you. I'd want you there to witness it. The rise of the new sun, and humanity taking their first steps into the future they've built. As the ceremony draws near, the Space Trek Collective will become increasingly occupied. Opportunities to meet like this will be rare, but this promise will still stand.
Before my power is spent, I have little time left. The only choice now is to force the Heliogyre to a standstill. The last of its strength I will share with you. So fade, you will not. But you must hurry. Before that, take this memory to him. Take it to the one they call Arbiter.
What happened? Are you all right?
I saw someone's memory.
Whoa, you scared me! And just now, a frequency jumped into your tacit mark. It felt like some kind of connection.
Can you trace where it came from, Abby?
Huh? I smell it. Coming from over there.
Good. Let's go check. I'm fine now, Mornier. Sorry to worry you. You must need to get back to the space trek.
Let's get moving.
I know except no.
The frequency that connects...
The voice from earlier said it would share the last of the Heliogyre's strength so it wouldn't fade. It must be that Solaskin. Did it eventually vanish here?
Did you find what you're looking for?
No. The trail ends here. But
Yes. The Heliogyre is one of the most important components of the new solar ceremony. HIYUKI can monitor environmental data, but raw observational data on the reactor drive can only be obtained from the Heliogyre, a component of the exostrider itself. Only the Roya tribe can discern the Heliogyre's readings. That's why the collective need their cooperation during the new solar ceremony.
in that memory, I heard a voice say he would force the Heliogyre to a standstill.
A standstill? You're saying you heard a voice asking for help? Saying he would stop the Heliogyre's work? Could that be why the meeting was cancelled?
When I handled the Void Worm, a voice told me to protect the sun. Whoever she is, I don't think she intends harm. She offered to help. For now, I'll do what she suggested. And one thing is certain. The one who knows me by my Arbiter title needs my help. Yet another problem tied to the Research Institute. We shouldn't reveal our plans to them just yet. I need to find out who he is, Mornier. Do you know any Roya who are familiar with the tribe's inner workings?
I do have some Royan students. They might. It's class hours at the academy. Should we head back?
Help! Help! Maya! Maya! Someone, please help! Otherwise our thesis data will disappear entirely!
Don't worry. If you see a student shouting help and thesis in the same breath, no matter how loudly they scream, it's never really an emergency. But Maya is one of the Royan students I mentioned. Since you're looking for her, we might as well see what it's about.
Let's get moving.
Oh, calm down, Maya. Calm down. Good. They've stopped for now. Maybe I should just shut them down? No. If I force the shutdown, I'll lose the data. Our thesis. Oh, somebody.
No. It's just a routine malfunction.
Professor Monnier? Oh no, I've been caught out of class. Wait, let me explain. I wasn't skipping class. I'm here for a very good reason. It's not so, can you just...
Even if you beg me, credits will still be deducted. Why don't you start by explaining yourself?
Well, these are probe robots from a few days ago. We sent them out to measure void matter concentrations in the tundra. We thought we'd finish collecting the data before class, but when we tried to approach them, I chased them all the way here. That's why I missed the class.
The internal exoswarm material was eroded by void matter. That's what caused them. This should have been covered in your material science coursework. Such material is inherently unstable and can only be used.
I'm so sorry.
For safety reasons, you'll need to shut down the units first, then clean the contaminated parts with void matter. But approaching them right now may lead to further damage. We need a pulse generator to stun them from a distance. I'll submit a request. No, wait! That's against protocol.
Scanning. Target.
Never mind. I'll think about how to write the review report later.
Endure and defy. One with the sounds. Down with the curtain.
All targets in sight. Initiating criticality protocol. Now, they're back to normal.
Great.
It's still there. But sending the robots out there broke the experiment protocol. Even if you got the data, it won't count in your thesis.
What? But... Oh, well... Thanks anyway for helping out. Professor Monnier and...
Maya, we do have something we'd like to ask you.
You want to find a Roya in black robes with gold embroidery, wearing a headpiece shaped... The horns are a symbol of the Exostrider. Shepherds wear them, but no shepherd would wear a robe like that. Could be someone higher up, like the Soul Swarm from the Sol Asylum, or even one of the Heliodic Six.
The Heliodic Six? They're the ones who are supposed to give us the Heliogyre's readings during the new solar ceremony.
That's right. They're the 6 most powerful members of the Roya tribe. The highest in rank, too. I've heard they use the Heliogyre to predict everything, from bird migrations to void storms. They know it all.
How do I meet with one of them?
That might be hard. They never leave the Sol Asylum. It's surrounded by light all year round. Very few Roya are even allowed to enter. But maybe you could try meeting with one of the unappointed Heliodixi. Sigrika is currently out researching in the Frostlands. The only other one around is Fossir Ingvar, but he doesn't show himself much. If you want to find him, my mum might be able to help. She's a Royan shepherdess over at Artuya camp. Name's... Oh then, I'd better get back to my class before I lose all my credits. Who knew I'd run into trouble today? I even asked my mum to help me with the rope.
Very good. Good luck with your thesis paper. And did you learn what you needed?
Let's get moving.
Hi, are you Astrid? Lia's mom?
Greetings. Yes, I am. And you two are?
That looks like the center of the storm ahead. Let's see what we're dealing with. Void Storm's range now. Check that your FCR is working. Don't stray too far from me. Be careful. The exoswarm here have been contaminated.
Shadow descends. One sounds. None shall whisper.
Work to me. Steady now. Looks like it was this. With this shutdown, the Void Storm is gone. No, I've just read... From its structure, it looks like a canister that can both store and emit energy.
Ah! This is so stink! It smells just like that giant worm you fought. Didn't we deal with it already?
Giant worm? You mean... I see. It's capturing frequencies with high precision. Storing energy data. It's based on ecological models, tracking activity in natural environments, and reconstructing that data a field modulator. Oh, sorry. Right. Simply put, this device extracted the voidworm's frequency and used itself as the epicenter to spread void matter. That storm just now was artificially created. Yes, these special creatures typically linger around the Roya tribe. Royan records state that Solaskin first appeared in Lahai Roy the day the Exostrider fell from the sky. They're believed to be fragments of the Exostrider's consciousness. The shepherds protect them, shielding them from void storm contamination until they mature and return to the solace trees in Bearter Woods. This one must have hidden under the exoswarm wreckage when the void storm broke out.
This feels like what happened back at the academy.
I just saw the Solaskin's memories. That Royan woman planted the device here and triggered the void storm. This Solaskin is the only survivor.
So our suspicions about Astrid are confirmed. Should we go back to the camp and talk to her?
No need. I heard everything. I did place this device here. A few days ago, I was shepherding mature Solaskin to Bjartur Woods when I met Fossier Yngvar. He looked tired, like he had just finished speaking to someone. When he saw me, he looked shocked and left quickly. I saw the device fall from his sleeve. I did not think much of it. I plan to return it to him the next time we meet. But, the Solaskin did not like it. It had an unnatural energy. I did not want to keep it at the camp, but I also did not want Yngvar to know I had taken it. So I buried it here. The rest...
So this device is for Seer Yngvar's. Mentor, what do you make of this? This Forseer Yngvar is the one Maya mentioned before. The unappointed member of the Heliotic Six. Could it be an attempt to tighten his grip on power?
No, that is impossible. Each of these successors is chosen when their resonance ability first awakens. Even if someone decides the position, it is impossible to change the appointment.
Meaning no one can threaten Yngvar's position.
But he could harbor animosity toward the current Heliotic Six. Yngvar is still our lead to find them. Things are getting complicated. A direct approach with Yngvar might not be a good idea.
The Solis Islands people usually abide in the village bordering Bjartur Woods, called Haldar. It is the time of the right of return. The Solis...
Got me stacked, you mother, you a rhythm. Don't fake a sick, You too. Please halt.
There's still some time before the feast begins. Maybe someone here knows something about Forseer Ingvar.
Let's get moving.
When I roamed the world above, what I missed most was my after-drive's warm glow.
You have really been to the Frostlands above, sir?
Of course. They were giant. When I roamed the world above, what I missed most. Friends, it is time we feast. Tomorrow marks the rite of return, where we send our beloved Soliskin back to the great body of the Exostrider. Into radiant light, they will transform to join it. Farewell it will be, yet a new beginning. Now, let us put aside the sorrow of parting and embrace the joy. But heed this, my friends. Too much drink you will not have.
We will face Forseer Ingvar tomorrow. I've simulated if I could build him.
You were quick on your feet earlier.
That's because I believed your approach was effective. Did I really do well? Good. Phew.
Where did Mornia go? I'll send her a message. That is something she would say. Not that I know where the 13th planet of Norma is, but at least I can figure out where she is from the picture.
Mentor?
We can drop the act now, right? Or do you think we should continue?
Someone might be listening. We should keep it up to prevent us from being exposed. Do you want to sit for a while? Oh, you noticed. They've been running all day, so their power is low. I plan to wait until they finish charging before coming back. While they charge, I can't move. I feel a bit, embarrassed having you see me. It doesn't anymore. Before I had prosthetic legs, I had a condition that kept me in a wheelchair. Now, at least, I don't have to worry about being immobile anymore. I can finally chase after what I really want. I love stars. Beneath Lahiroy's frostlands, the stars here are actually just lights created by atmospheric array. Once, someone put it like this to me. It's because we see the stars that humanity imagines what lies beyond the sky. Maybe the stars are humanity's muse. I think so too. But I also believe that reaching the stars isn't enough. There will be a day we build a miracle that lasts longer and is more beautiful than the stars themselves. That's the dream I've carried all this time. And now, I'll use these 2 legs to take the first step. Exactly. This ceremony is how we retrieve the Exostrider's core energy component. Then we'll use the multiphasic energy conversion model through the superconducting network to inject rebel energy into the neural. It will follow a 3-stage activation protocol. The reverse phase oscillation model, then excavation. There's still some time left before my legs finish charging. Let's stargate. Okay, little buddy. I'll wake him up now. Mentor, you're awake. Something isn't right. We seem to have a situation at the Archer Woods. I detect signs of a void storm in the woods. Waveform. Analyzing now.
So this is what's causing the panic.
Children, we have already asked to communicate.
What is it that brings you here? With the void storms... this is a disaster not seen in centuries. We have always believed the Solace Tree's life. The right of return cannot be done. Not in these times.
Let's investigate this together. Waveform of this void storm matches the one that device generated before. This is no naturally occurring phenomenon.
When did you have the chance to analyze this?
When my prosthetic legs charge, I prefer to keep my mind occupied. Be careful! Device. It's close to the Solace Tree.
Solace Tree? I have a bad feeling about this.
contaminated exoswamp here. The void matter concentration is also very high.
Maybe the device Astrid had was incomplete. This could be the real deal.
Guidance ready. Attack confirmed. Locked in. Maximum model authorizing maximum output. Weapons free. Command mode engaged. Just like before. When it's disabled, the void, however... If this really was the work of Foreseer Ingvar, what would make him do?
Do not worry. The path has already been laid at last. Finally.
Mentor, are you all right? Did you see something again? It seemed worse than last time.
This void storm might not just have affected the woods here, but the workings of the Solace, I think. That's why I've been seeing visions of this member of the
Greetings. The Shaper once made a prediction. If a visitor from beyond Lahai Roy protects Bjartar Woods from destruction, an invitation to Solace Isle. Now, the one from the prediction.
Choo. Choo. Choo.
What's the matter, Mornay?
I really wish I could accompany you to Sol Asylum. But I think it's best if... Yes. When you touched the Solace Tree earlier, and even during your first vision, but I lack the ability to connect with them like you do. And the Space Trek Collective's knowledge doesn't align with the ways of the Roya. In this matter, I fear I won't be of much help. Instead of joining you, I think there are other ways I can contribute, such as researching the unknowns we still face. Yes. Additionally, the environment here is unusual. No, well then. I guess... Please, take care. I'll see you in...
No chance. Lend me your strength. A life as fleeting as the first night. Swirl. Brittle flame, fading green. Let's get moving.
drips with smoothness.
Let's get moving.
Down you go.
Let's get moving.
Sol Asylum has appeared for you. Please, enter.
You may approach. The Heliotic Six are expecting you, as was predicted.
The dim light here. It's like something I saw in those memories. From this angle, the faint ring in the center is probably the heliogyre they put to a halt. My tacit mark. It's resonating with the star-like object. Seems like I'm able to move it. Aligning the pattern on the star with the heliogyre makes it glow. It's feeding power into it. If I channel light from all directions, I should be able to restart the heliogyre.
Gyre has awakened. It seems the arbiter foretold in the fractured records is you. Yes. With great reverence is your presence here met. Soul Asylum, as you see it, is not as it once was. 5 of the 6 have lost their minds, and the light of the Heliogyre no longer flows. This is why I summoned you. You witnessed the Void Storm in Bjartar Woods, yes? The Solace trees shield the woods from such storms. Yet, through malice and dark intent, corrupted were the roots. And so too, the Heliogyre. The others succumbed to the corruption. Only I was able to sever my link to the Heliogyre before the corruption could claim me. With the last of my strength, I turned the 6 stars to halt the Heliogyre and prevent the corruption. That, at least, ensured that when my strength failed and I fell into slumber, untouched by others, the Heliogyre would remain. No one, save for one. Correct. As one of the 6, I can glimpse the near future within the Heliogyre. All I could do was send a Solaskin entrusted with my message to you.
That Solaskin had vanished just outside the academy.
Because of your actions, the source of the corruption has stopped. The star, but the other 5 are no more. They can no longer fulfill their roles within the Heliotic 6. I have one final request. But before that, allow me to tell you what the Heliotic 6 truly are. Centuries ago, a calamity awoke beneath the ice. The void devoured all, erasing every trace, every existence. In darkness, the Exostrider's blade sealed the threat deep below. It drew its fiery drive. A light that would never fade, lifting it high over the Hyroi sky. Under its glow, the frost did melt, life blossoming with Exoswarm aid. Yet the calamity stirred, its remnants ravaging the living. Thus, the 6 wisest among us became the Heliotic 6. The Exostrider's lens became our Heliogyre. From the drive's turn, the season's laws we discerned. We shed all idle thought to link our minds to the Heliogyre. Our shared cognition converged for mortals to touch the edge of the divine. Since then, the Roya have walked the High Roy for centuries. The 6 shared their computational power, weaving a vast network to reach the Exostrider in a dimension beyond mortal understanding. The data we provided to the Space Trek Collective was interpreted through this network. But now, The only one who can continue the calculations is me. The ones chosen for the 6 are born with resonance with the Heliogyre. It cannot be forced. Now the remaining 5 cannot calculate, and there are not enough worthy successors. Even if the Heliogyre resumes its rotations, unable to interpret its readings, we will be. For this reason, the aid I seek is this. With your authority, allow me to bear the calculations of the 6 alone, and act in their stead.
The Heliogyre was meant to be interpreted by 6. If you bear all the calculations alone, what will become of you?
I cannot say. All I know is this. If no one remains to interpret the Heliogyre, the Void Storm's occurrences will be unknown. Life will once more fall into peril. The Space Trek Collective's decades of effort in preparing for the new solar ceremony will come to nothing. Since the moment I was brought to Soul Asylum as a child, I have never once seen the world beyond. In the Heliogyre's light, do I glimpse the universe. And in seeing life rejoice under my protection, do I take comfort. This has long since become second nature to me. A part, so now, what I bear is not glory, but burden. Arbiter, please, grant me this authority.
I respect what you wish to persist. This is...
Soon, a great calamity will fall upon the High Roy. I will share all that I know of the Heliogyre with you. When you call, answer, I will.
Residual void matter corruption. I need to find a way to cleanse it. That sound.
Save your strength for the calamity ahead, Arbiter. The children will help. rite of return. The ritual that once sealed the calamity deep underground. Just now, the children have offered their strength. The Heliogyre can once again begin its rotation.
Useless fool! I told you to destroy the Heliogyre completely.
I'm sorry, but there's a reason for this. Some uninvited guests threw off the whole operation.
Save it. I don't want to hear your excuses. At this point, our entire plan has fallen apart because you screwed up. And to think, I went out of my way to get a pass for you to the new Federation.
No, I'm begging you, don't leave me here. I'll do anything, just...
Ugh. You're lucky the one at the top gave someone as pathetic as you one last chance. There's the other visitor in the Outer Woods now, correct? Some crippled scientist. Find her. Make sure she doesn't make it back to the collective.
Well, since Mentor is already headed to the Heliogyre, I'd best get started on what I can contribute. There are signs of void matter contamination in the plants and water. If I follow these traces, I should be able to find the source. Command mode engaged. Converting energy. Hover modules ready. Found it. This must be where the contamination is coming from. Heavy encryption, but it's sloppy. There we go. It's a test chamber. They were simulating what would happen if the solistries were contaminated. It feels... Energy consumption increasing. Energy consumption increasing. A terminal. It must belong to... The password can only be entered once. Efficiency first. Deploying force field. Command mode engaged. Guidance ready. Locked in. Modeling complete. Initiating criticality protocol. Processing complete. this is a evaluation. Thank you. So their plan...
Scientist. Crippled. All I have to do is get rid of you!
I'm not really good at dealing with this kind of conversation. Access to this lab? Wearing Royan attire? You must be Ingvar, one of the successors to the Heliotic Six.
Heliotic Six? Just because of my resonance ability, would I be forced to spend my entire life trapped in that Heliogyre? They call it Aroya's highest honor. But did they ask if we wanted that fate? Everyone acts like they respect me. But the only one who truly wants to help me is that good lord from outside the tribe.
From outside the tribe?
Huh? What's that? Who cares? I just know that person promised that if I placed the device near the Solace Tree, my wish would then I'd finally escape from this frozen wasteland and go start a new life in the new Federation.
You have no idea what you're doing, and no idea who you're aligning yourself with. This project proposal comes from the Space Trek Collective, dated 10 years ago. It outlines an idea to use the drive's emergency response mechanism to artificially make it fall from the sky. And the method for triggering this mechanism is to pollute the Solace Tree's root system with void matter, making the reactor drive determine that the Threnodian had breached the lock.
You're saying that because I dropped that device there. The drive is going to...
Mornier, the Heliogyre is operational again. We can get the readings you need for the new solar ceremony, but something happening out there isn't right.
Yes. Once I handle something here, I'll regroup with you. Move aside. Before the drive falls completely, I need to go back to launch Helios.
No. His orders were clear. You're just a cripple. I won't...
It's been a while since I've heard someone talk like that. Since I had these legs, anyway. I've been told that in situations like this...
Wait a second!
I should make my displeasure very clear. All right. Now it's about time I catch up with my mentor. Let's go, mentor. We need to get to Space Trek Collective quickly. The Fraxit has tricked Ingvar into working for you. But their real goal is to send the reactor drive crashing to the ground. I've already alerted the Academy to evacuate the air. How are things on your end? Any danger?
All good. The Heliogyre's back online. I now have direct contact with Sol Asylum and can relay the data you need for the new solar ceremony. It's time for the final step.
We're running out of time. I'll use my resonance ability to create a more efficient path. Please, hold on tight.
Huh?
The moment we launch Helios, we'll need the raw observational data from Sol Asylum. Are you ready?
Yes. The Shaper has already shared all the Heliogyre's data with me. I can access it anytime. Everything's set. Let's complete our mission.
Where is Anselm at a time like this? Who else can calibrate Hyvatia? Cody, Vance, examine the orbital status of Helios again. Also, the propulsion system needs to be double-checked.
Professor, do you really plan to launch it without the raw data?
I understand your concerns, but we are on the verge of a disaster. The Collective can't just sit by and watch it happen. This is my decision, as the supervisor of this project. I will bear the consequences.
No need for that. We've established contact with the Roya tribe and obtained the drive's raw data. We can proceed with the new solar ceremony as originally planned.
Did you just say you managed to obtain the data? Wonderful news. I'll prepare the connective instruments for you.
There's no need for us to continue pretending anymore. Warren, or should I say traitor, aligned with the Fraxitus.
That is a serious accusation, Professor Mornier.
I know. I meant it to be. You must be very familiar with this device, Warren. You handcrafted it to avoid leaving usage records. A clever... But since it is a personal creation, the marks left behind are like fingerprints. These are your marks. They've betrayed your deeds. Warren, you've desecrated the hard work of everyone involved. Anselm's experiment accident. Your current position in the project. It seems the Fraxitus played a part in both, didn't they?
That is a lot of assumptions and conjectures, with no evidence. I could easily sue you for slander.
You're right. All I have right now are assumptions and conjectures. But my ultimate goal isn't to have you face justice today. Once we've identified the suspects, we'll have plenty of time to gather the evidence. What I need in this moment is for you to step down as supervisor of this project. The one taking over will be me. One more thing. Your subordinate provided us with some key evidence already.
You want me to testify against Professor Warren? That's practically perjury. Sure, I could work some verbal magic, but honestly, I don't even know who I'm dealing with on the other side.
It is a dirty tactic, but it's effective. I'm confident in my analysis of those devices, but we'll need the university's verification to use them as evidence. In the limited time we have, the quickest way to detain Warren is your testimony.
Professor Mornier...
You can keep this recording. If I'm wrong, it'll be your guarantee later. Or...
Nice working with you then.
Thank you. It's a pleasure working with you as well.
How did that traitor manage to...
I have already notified the collective. The investigation will start soon. From here on out, Rover and I will be overseeing the launch procedure. All Space Trek Collective personnel, to your stations. Rover, please input the drive's raw observational data into Helios.
Shaper? Of course. To you, have all the Heliogyre's readings.
Then everything is ready. Let's commence with the new solar ceremony.
Pressure in the reaction
Preparing
chamber.
to open.
Helios launch sequence initiating.
Void matter module calibration complete.
Core energy system operation normal.
Hatch doors open. Propulsion system primed and ready.
Helios is ready for launch.
Pre-burner ignition successful.
5, 4, 3, 2. Let our light shine in the sky.
Helios approaching target altitude. Progress 16%, 47%, 92%. Warning, light alpha decay exceeds expected rates.
Sensor failure detected. Data reading compromised.
Responsive. Control program failure.
Cause found! The Hibation detector signals are jammed. Large-scale, highly concentrated void matter detected on the surface. It's surpassing the measurement threshold. Calibration can't continue.
At a time like this... Adjust the measurement location. No, if the impact is this widespread, any adjustment would be pointless. Modify the detection components. No, even if theoretically... What about high-powered void matter neutralizers? No, without the drive's light, all energy components will be inoperable. Oh, sorry, I'm just... The launch failure is caused by the detector's inability to measure the drive's operating parameters. That's due to the high concentration of void matter interfering with the readings. There are two potential solutions. We could increase the detector's tolerance to void matter, or we could eliminate the surrounding void matter. But neither of those options are feasible in the time we have. That's not realistic. The only places that aren't affected by void matter right now are Bearter Woods and Star Torch Academy under the protective barrier. Or the Institute thousands of meters above. High altitude. Do we have spares for Hyvatia's measurement modules?
Yes. Researcher Anselm left behind several prototypes. I'll go fetch one from the warehouse. But what do you intend to do with them?
The eyes of the gods have failed us. So have our machines. Now, we move forward with our own hands. The reactor drive is protected by aggressive exoswarm acting like the immune system. It appears to actively absorb surrounding void matter to maintain the drive's stability. Contact with its cause is highly hazardous. Cautious.
You will obey.
I'm detecting strong energy signals from the target. Please be careful. Modeling complete.
Swift and resolute.
Initiating criticality protocol. All targets in sight. Guiding. Maximum power.
One with the sounds. Down with the curtain.
Deploying force modeling complete. Mode engaged. Access confirmed. Locked in.
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds. Bad timing.
Watch its position, Mentor.
Keep it together. Last chance.
Initiating max power output. Suppressing target. Suppression complete. Now's your chance.
Nowhere to hide.
Approaching the target location. Preparing to receive data.
Automatic concentration is increasing. Abnormal expression detected in the reactor drive. Evacuate immediately. Repeat, evacuate immediately!
We have already come this far. I'll take that final step myself! Pity. I don't want to say goodbye yet.
Data received. Analyzing. Professor Monnier, are you there? If you hear this, please respond.
That light just now. Mornier must have entered the reactor drive.
Rover, the Space Trade Collective is connected to your vehicle and will provide assistance. We can't reach Professor Monnier. You're our only hope now.
Leave it to me. I'll find her. Enough for what I need.
The light gets worse the closer we get.
Rover, the disturbances within the drive are growing unstable. Professor Monnier is being consumed by it.
Faster. I need to move faster.
Trust me.
Are you leaving Lahairoi?
Yes. Sometimes, only by saying goodbye can there be progress and change. After all, even if I leave, Lahairoi will still continue forward on its own feet. Isn't that right?
Reached you this time, Mentor.
Report. Data analysis complete. Helios is operational again.
How wonderful. The sun. So beautiful.